Hey there, welcome to Tim Talks Cooking. I'm Tim, and today I'm making a keto version of one of my favorite Indian dishes, Palak Paneer. Now, if you love Indian food, you know that this is that dish that is paneer, that homemade cheese, little pieces of that are swimming in a lovely spinach sauce, and it's spicy and delicious. Here it's really cold today in Ohio, so this is just the perfect thing to get us going. Let's get started. Now the first thing you'll need is about 4 tablespoons of ghee, and you want to heat that up in a nice big skillet like this one. I've got a big pan here. I want to get that really hot, and then I'm going to put a tablespoon of whole cumin seeds in it. Now we're going to fry these up for just a little while. We want to wake up the flavors in them, and as you'll see, it's going to bubble up here like this. And once you can smell the aroma of cumin, and it's really wonderful, trust me here, we're going to add in some ginger garlic paste. Here I've got about 4 tablespoons. You could use a little bit less if you like, of ginger garlic paste. If you don't have that, you can add equal parts of ginger and garlic minced up like this. I just make it ahead and freeze it. Here we're going to stir that in, and it's just delicious. The aroma is incredible already. Now I'm going to add in 1 small onion, well, a medium onion that I've sliced up here. You could dice it if you want, it really doesn't matter. We're going to puree this later on. Anyway, stir that in, and we want to soften that. Once we get it nice and soft and transparent, I'm going to add in a jalapeno pepper that I've chopped up. I like it spicy. If you don't add this. If you don't want this, just leave it out. It's not a big deal. We just like it pretty spicy around here. Anyway, I'm going to stir that in. Now next, I'm going to stir this up a little bit before we add in the next ingredient. What I've got here is a half a teaspoon each of salt and black pepper. And I want to stir that in before I add the next ingredient, which is the main ingredient. It's spinach. And we're going to start adding our spinach leaves in here. Now, I'm going to do this by handfuls. Just kind of lay them in there. I've got the flame on pretty high, and what I'm going to do is fill the skillet up with spinach leaves and stir it around a little bit, and as they wilt, I'm going to add more and more. You'll see how this goes. Now, they actually wilt pretty quickly if you stir them around like this. You could put a lid on it, but I don't think it's necessary. And just be patient with it. You want to stir them around. They're going to release quite a bit of water. That's going to help you deglaze the bottom of the pan there. Just keep stirring it, turning it around. Add more leaves in as the volume decreases. And as you can see here, this happens rather rapidly. They just wilt away. All the spinach, it will wilt away to almost nothing. And here's what it looks like when we're done with this stage. Now next, we're going to put this in our blender and puree it. If you find the mixture is a little too thick, add some water to thin it out a little bit. And here it is. Beautiful, right? Now we're going to set this aside for a moment and go on to the next step. Melt 3 tablespoons of ghee and get it nice and hot here. Not too hot, mind you. We want to go with a medium-low heat. Add in a teaspoon each of the following spices. First of all, a teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. Next, turmeric. And just stir it in. We want to wake up the flavors by warming them in the oil here. Next, add in some ground coriander. And this smells just so great, right? Next, some cumin that's ground, and also a teaspoon of garam masala. Really lovely. And again, just imagine the smell. It's really, really great. Stir it around. Trying to get too carried away with the lovely aromas there. Now, next we're going to add in our puree of spinach. And you want to turn the flame down a little bit. You don't want this to go too fast. See, that's bubbling away just a little bit too fast. And now, there we go. See, that's good. We're going to incorporate everything there well. And once we have it nice and blended, we're going to add in a cup of heavy whipping cream and get all of it out of the measuring cup, of course. and stir it in well. There we go. Isn't that just beautiful? I think it's just such a beautiful dish. Once it's nice and blended like this, I'm going to add in the paneer. This is a pound or 500 grams of paneer. I'm going to be fairly gentle with it. It's delicate, and I just want it to keep its integrity, so I'm going to stir it in gently. Put a lid on it and let it simmer for about 5 minutes to warm up the pieces of cheese. Garnish with cilantro if you like before serving. I also like to add in a few pieces of fried paneer. These I've just browned in a skillet with some ghee. Well, all right, time to check it out. It looks so good. And you know what? It just smells so great here in the kitchen. I bet the whole house smells like this. In fact, I know it does. Oh, man. Wow. That is so good. I think it's even better than what you can get in a restaurant. On the other hand, since I learned to make this, I haven't been to an Indian restaurant. I really hope that you're going to try this recipe. Let's talk about macros. For the whole recipe, it comes down to this: 2,827 calories. It's a big recipe, right? 47.4 grams of net carbs, 113 grams of protein, and 225 grams of fat. For me, this makes 8 nice big portions like the one I've got here. And each one only has 354 calories, 6 grams of net carbs, 15 grams of protein, and 31 grams of fat. It is perfect for the keto diet. I really hope that you try this recipe. I also hope that you will like, share, comment, and especially subscribe to my channel. Helps my channel grow, helps you find my videos, especially if you click on that notifications bell. Thanks so much for joining us here today at Tim Talks Cooking, huh? We'll catch you next time.